Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. This is Analysis-Toolbox. I've been posting some content on this specific one, exactly this video. What I'm going to bring you today is the AI first activities that I did as a BA analysis activity for a stakeholder a couple of weeks ago. Now, this I have been setting this thing up and then creating some sample use cases for this, as well as I want to give out what are the exact templates that I've used in order to get it done from using AI tools that are there in the market. So first of all, I must say that the AI first approach is now widely used by analysts worldwide, or even from New Zealand. I've talked to a few of the senior level business analysts here, and then all they talk about is using AI tools in their day-to-day activities. So on this video, by the end of the video, I would take you through all the bare necessities that you would do traditionally at a requirement gathering session, going across to managing all those requirements, and then how to use AI to fast track that output really efficiently. This is something that I used. I cut down a lot of time using AI tools. So you may use number of AI tools like ChatGPT, Copilot, or Cloud, or anything. Those are there in the market, widely used. You can use those and simply use these prompts to save a lot of time in your analyst toolbox and a lot of time in your working environment. So I hope you stay till the end of this, and then if you get something out of it, just let me know, and let me know your comments. Let's get into it. Right. So first of all, this is Analysis Toolbox. We have these templates across which I had a lot of time saved in the last couple of weeks using an AI first approach. I've told that in a brief video about a couple of days ago in this channel. Glad if you can refer to it, but then I just state what AI first is. So simply, what you've been doing as an analyst is to go and get the requirements from the stakeholder, usually get them documented properly, make the user stories yourself, understand the pain points and document them again, understand the current state, document them again, understand the future state, document them, align with the stakeholder, get the confirmation, document them again. So there are lots of workflow steps in your BA workflow if you think of it as a linear projection of tasks. So the idea here on this one is basically you are using AI as your center point, where you ask the AI agent or the LLM to provide you more information, and you basically becomes the orchestrator, not the person who is doing the work. So you are reviewing the AI agent's agentic work that gives us an output by giving your notes or the meeting notes as an input. I hope you got the idea. Let's jump in and then see if you have trouble with it. Let me know. All right. So templates. So what I want to do on this video is share some templates that I have used on this exercise. So the first thing is I went into a requirement discovery session with this customer and had number of confirmations and conversations regarding how efficiently this workflow can be done. This is related to the insurance industry, and it is about claims, how to manage claims and get this legacy claim system out of the way, and then document all the requirements in their existing claims process. So step one, I made sure that I've recorded all the sessions. It could be on a face-to-face conversation where I just simply get the permission to record the session. And then if it is on online or any other online meeting event, I make sure that the meeting is recorded and properly transcribed. So I do have all the transcripts with me. I do have all the recordings. So what I basically do is, as step one, I just uploaded the meeting transcript to the AI tool. And then comes the interesting part. So the second step is I create a system prompt. What I meant by a system prompt hope all of you know by now, like what is a prompt is, how we give instructions to an LLM and get work out of it. So I'm not going to explain that here, but then this is the idea. So you create a system prompt. You want the AI tool to act as senior business analyst or the domain expert in that core area. I'm just ensuring that this is just an example. You can use your model and your context appropriately and then create this system prompt. So what I did is simply act as a senior business analyst. Out of these meeting transcript, extract the business goals, pain points, constraints, assumptions, risks, and any improved requirements in a structured table format. Note that it is important to let the AI know that we want the output in a structured format, otherwise it comes out as a JSON format or just a documentation. The idea is to provide the system prompt and then get that get the agent to read out the meeting transcript and then give you an useful output. So that's my step number 2. So once I uploaded everything and created this system prompt, I usually save that into a Word document just because I may have to come back to it and refine it again. My third step would be do some sort of a refinery session with the LLM or the AI agent. So I asked to extract requirements into user stories if they can find it, acceptance criteria, non-functional requirements considerations, what are those, and if there are like important traceability mapping that needs to be done on that workflow. So for example, I once I for this claim operations, I got a number of user stories on that, and then I just had to go through one by one and then had to refine it, as opposed to like if I were to go through the user stories myself and then write it down, it will take weeks of time. So there is a significant amount of time saved there. And then I do not have to worry about grammar or any other context based on what my knowledge is, based on what the person that I was talking to on their knowledge is as well. So I can always go back to the stakeholder and ask questions accordingly. One thing I forgot to add here is basically on this step, you can ask any clarifying questions. You can ask the agent to ask you some clarifying questions on this and highlight if there are any areas that the agent is unsure of. That is something that I will put into this template and share it with you on the link below. All right, so then comes to a point where this is very much specific for this project, but you can skip this if you want. So this one is something that you come across if you are working with a product and there's a need for a dashboard requirement. So there is a way that we usually do is like we ask each and every stakeholder, what is the dashboard requirement that you want, how would that be, and how closer to your outcome that would ensure. So for example, if they want to see sales by month and then see a graph, and then I usually ask what is the outcome of seeing that graph and what are the decisions that you want to draw out. So this is another one. So I usually what I did here was I gave the workflow of an operator entering claims into the system and so on, so on. And then I asked the agent to identify leading indicators and all those metrics, rework signals, or automation opportunities. I usually went a step ahead and asked to translate that into SQL-ready metric definitions. I must say that this AI agent did a really great job on getting the data sources and formulas into the equation. But this is only one of. This is something that a technical BA or your technical engineering team can provide as well. So moving on, then I wanted to get a BPMN from BPMN diagram done as well as a data flow diagram. So I gave the AI, prompted the AI to with my step-by-step workflow, and then asked them to generate a current state, process map, and a future state. I want to call out any bottlenecks or gap analysis there. What are the automation possibilities, risk control points, and any compliance checkpoints that we should have. Especially in NZ context, if you are talking about Insurance, finance, it's usually compliance that gets in your way. And then there is a really uh, an important requirement in terms of compliance and privacy, especially with regard to customer data and anti-money laundering, which we call as AML regulations in New Zealand. So this region is pretty much, we have to pass those compliance checkpoints in order to get your work out there. So that's my workflow mapping that I've asked for the BPMN, and then I asked basically give me a BPMN friendly structure, include gateways and all these exception parts. If your AI agent is integrated in tools like I don't know, maybe Figma or Lucid Chart, I hope it can generate, but I'm not too sure. So what I asked is give me the details of that, so then I can go and draft it myself. What I want to generate from the AI tool was to get the idea right and then refine it and ensure that what's in my head is properly captured into this workflow mapping. What I said about previously on risk and compliance review is simply this. Basically, it's really in finance, insurance, or government industries, these things matter, especially for us as senior business analysts or business analysts who are coming into the domain should know that there are previous risk security concerns that needs to be aligned, and those are like heavily regulated areas in this region. And then most importantly, you should look into edge case failure scenarios because those are important as well. This is an output that I want to get reviewed and then create a governance control checklist. I will provide this information on a separate video on a separate use case that I prepared especially for you guys. That is something that I want to get across to you in the couple of maybe either tomorrow or the day after. I then asked, I have the user stories. I have all the backlog items with me with acceptance criteria written. What I did was I asked to score them using RIC, WSJF, and risk mitigation value. So this is very high level, I must say. I got an output saying that these are the bare minimums according to the system context that I have given to the AI agent. This might be a little troublesome in the first place because for things like RICE metrics for prioritization, you won't have the details of reach, impact, the confidence of your team, and the effort that is required. So, for example, if you do not have that data, the AI agent would not simply produce that prioritization for you. This is good if you are comparing feature to feature, but if it is not, like, you can simply talk to your stakeholders and prioritize it. So, for example, claim operator to be able to enter the claim itself is basically a top priority for that particular feature development. So that was one thing that came up real fast, and that was number one on our prioritization list. Things like certain enhancements that you would be, or you or maybe the stakeholder would be in two minds. That's where the value is of using these scores. There are a lot of prioritization techniques out there. I should be able to do some videos in the future for those. Let me know in the comments if you need any help on that. Finally, what I did was I created a daily work agent where I do have every morning when I come to work, when I sit down at my desk, I want to review my task list, identify any hidden risks, suggest delays or possible delegations as well as automations, draft stakeholder responses, and flag any unclear requirements. So that was like a ongoing thing on this project. So every day I feed what are my findings through meeting transcripts, and then get this one every morning. I usually have all of that in my head as requirements. So what I do is I ensure that the daily work agent, what it gives you, is pretty accurate. And in terms of stakeholder communication and keeping up with stakeholder alignment sessions, these stakeholder responses are pretty critical, I must say. That is to say that these are in priority and these are in flight, and these are the risks that we are having. So ensuring that details are going out every day, and then I do not have to stress about it, was like a real time saver for me. So this daily work agent currently working within I use ChatGPT right now. So within a project, I have this daily work agent working for me. So every day at 8 a.m. in the morning, I usually get this into my mobile or to my work laptop. So this was really good in terms of like I refined this one a bit to give and prepare me for some meetings, upcoming meetings like refinement sessions and so on. And then it gives you a quite a really good brief on what are things that are coming up and what are the things that you need to be aware of and to be prepared for. Right. So doing all this, you could now understand the mentorship that is there. So this is the AI first professionals that we are coming into as a business analyst or any kind of an analyst or a domain expert. So we are able to design prompts like system inputs in the first place, treat outputs as draft, not the single source of truth or anything like that, not the final truth that comes from you as an analyst or a business analyst. Uh, and build reusable prompts. So that's quite important because it saves time, a lot of time in your working working hours. Um, and most importantly, you get a standardized workflow. Like I get a 8 a.m. brief, and then I get into things, and then I feed that into the agent. It does the work, I review, and so on. So all in all, the mentorship is like you are going into a reviewer mood or orchestrator mood, whereas the AI agent or the AI does all the work. This is what I figured out. The professionals who treat AI as infrastructure, not novelty, are building an unfair leverage, and the leverage will compound in the next couple of months. To be honest, that's really good for our careers as BAs or analysts, especially for junior BAs. This can be like really utilized to show you how fast you can turn around and how fast you can pick things up at the workplace, impress someone, and then impress the whole workforce based utilizing those leverages. You can start small, pick one template, measure the time saved, then expand simply. You can use this as a template for your project or any demos that you want to do. So I'll share that everything, including this document in the description. All right, that's pretty much it. And thanks for keeping up with me for more than 15 minutes. Thank you. And if this is useful, please do subscribe and share it on all this social media and stuff. And stay tuned, ask questions, and then, yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.